Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shuhairy. I would like to present in this conference, international conference on education, humanities, and technology research 2021. Okay, we're going to present about methodology on evaluating bus quality service for capital city in Northern Peninsula Malaysia. Okay, as introduction, Code by Aminah 2015, which is public transport has not been utilized effectively, which is there are a lot of uncertification service performance such as cost, punctuality, and arrival time, as well as the cleanliness. On the other hand, Mawin 2008, public transport has transited from operator-oriented to user-oriented. User gratification is more important than operator profit. So this is the main concern now. The operation of bus is more focused on user bus rider. Okay? Level of service in tools to assess the quality of service may help improve the standard of service, effective and effectiveness, according to Zakia 2017. Okay, in this research, we're going to focus on 4 capital city in Northern Peninsula Malaysia: Kanga, Alor, Johor Town, and also Ipoh. Okay, there is a poor anticipation from citizens nowadays. Many bad complain regarding quality service provided by bus operator. It's like chicken and egg. People are using bus is complaining about the bad service for the bus. In the other hand, the bus provider is actually have a difficulty to have a passenger. So it's like a chicken and egg situation. So where is the problem actually? So in 2020, Pulau Pinang and Kedah by Ling Hock, after served 24 years the operation in Malaysia, the airport has been big loss in service. So starting from 2012, it's not operated. 2018, Cityliner discontinued 6 out of 7 routes in Kedah because of lack of user directly unable to sustain the cost. So it's happened to have a problem in bus operator itself. So what's the problem actually? And government initiative to support this company, financial interim stage bus support fund 2020, APAD, stage bus transformation program 2014. Okay, evaluation. Therefore, it's important actually to check the quality of service that has been reported by bus provider as well as a complaint by the rider. Okay, we're going to check to evaluate the quality of service by engineering method in 4 capital city in Northern Peninsula. This is important to us to check. Okay, the objective of this article is to review and methodology on quality of service for public bus between 4 capital city in Northern Peninsula Malaysia, which is Kanga, Alor, Johor Town. Let's go to the scope of work. The evaluation of public bus service is done by investigators who utilize the public transport system within Northern Peninsula Malaysia only, which is Kanga, Alor, Johor Town, Ipoh. And attribute for this investigation is focused on time performance, passenger load factor, service hours, and also service frequency. We're going to check 4 attributes for the service quality for the bus. Okay, this is for Kanga. We have Kanga, Changlong, Padang Besar, Corporate, and so on. And this is route for Alor, going to check. Route for Johor Town. Johor Town quite have a numbers because it's Rapid Penang. And for Ipoh, we have My Bus Ipoh. Okay, this is route in Ipoh. Okay, as a literature review, a summary on this. For on-time performance, it's divided between weekend and weekdays, and using the TCQSM. Researched previously by Shuhairy 2008 for the Kajang, as well as Matthew is checked in Canada to evaluate between equality and non-equality route divided period of time. Okay, we're going to check the on-time performance as well, and another research in West Klang Valley, 3 route of city to check the level of service, or we call it a quality of service. Okay, for passenger load, they have three evaluating passenger load in West Klang Valley. One is urban public transportation in China. Okay, testing numerical analysis using load factor, bus route characteristics, and also load factor versus time. That has been done in previous study. And lastly, Jianghu as well as China to check the relation between load factor and in vertical time classify into CP value of congestion level. Okay, then finally to check service hours of frequency, we're using the previous method using in West Klang Valley and also using the TCQSM. Okay, transportation collaborative quality service manual. Okay, let's go to the methodology. Okay, this thing that we're going to do in this method, we're going to collect a data between four capital city, Kanga, Alostar, Johnstown, and Ipoh, and we're going to check information from this one from bus stop or bus station, and also office of the bus stop and bus station. Okay, and then we're going to have a calculation, equation, and so on, and check with the manuals guideline, and we're going to produce a level of service of this quality of service in this four city. This is our planning, duration to take data and so on, and also a cost. Then we have a manpower duration and also a cost as well. Okay, let's go to the object number one, evaluating on-time performance. Okay, this method actually we're going to check the time arrival or time departure of each bus, but we compare it with the schedule. So we fill up with the route code, name, as well as record the first actual arrival, and we're going to compare it with the schedule. So that's how we calculate the on-time performance. So we're going to have a schedule arrival and different time. Okay, according to guideline, if if actual time is late, 5 minutes and more from schedule is considered late. As well as if early 1 or 2 minutes is considered not in schedule as well. Okay, so according to the guideline, this is on-time performance percentage. It should be 95 to 100%. Then can consider a quality of service A. 90 to 94% of the total on-time arrival divided by actual arrival is considered B, and so on, C, D. And if less than 70% is considered E. This, for example, in Ipoh, did 15 survey on route and Medan Kit Terminal Ahmad Jadah from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Out of 15, 10 is on time, 5 is considered late. Okay, so 10 over 15 times 100 is 66.67 is considered, its quality of service is E. Okay, this is an example of the result for on-time performance. Alright, as per the result, we're going to have a chart and tables. Alright, let's move on to the second assessment, which is to check the passenger load. For passenger load, we're going to ride a bus and we're going to record passenger get in and get out. From there, we're going to compare, divide by seat. Then we're going to check what is the capacity on that bus in certain time. Okay, that's how we calculate it. So we're going to have a percentage of empty or full of the bus. So we're going to check in the guideline manual. Okay, we're going to have something like this. Prepare the report. Okay, for example, let's say a route from my bus Kanga, Vegitra, the full of bus, capacity of bus 25 seats. Then after we check is 5 get in, 5 only at station at point number 1. Okay, Shah Bandar. Okay, it's stated that only 5 is in the bus, so divide by 35 is 0.28. 0.28 is considered passenger load factor is A, because it's only 28% of the capacity, full capacity of the bus is occupied. Okay, if you check so on and so on, so more than 0.5, which is full is B, and more than that, more than 0.775 is considered a C. Okay, then we put in the graph as well as we put in the table. Okay, how about to look at to assess the service frequency and service hour? We're just going to check the timetables, and then we get the frequency headway from different. For example, the first departure is 7 a.m. and second departure is 7:15. So the headway is 15 minutes. So we're going to check what is the average headway difference between one departure to departure. Then we're going to calculate. Then we compare with the guideline. So if less than 10 minutes, the frequency is less than a minute, is considered A. 5 minutes to 10 minutes is B. 11 minutes to 15 minutes is considered C. So it's quite the guideline is quite high. So it's more frequent bus is needed actually. This is an example. Okay, for service hour, we only check the starting time, first departure in the morning, and the last departure at the end of the day. So if more than 18 hours is considered A, 18 to 15 hours B, if 14 to 20 hours, if half day is considered C. So how well the bus operation is service hour is operate is we will give a quality of service for the bus in terms of service hour. Okay, this is an example that we're going to put, and also this is the overall result that we're going to compare and get the assessment for the Kanga, Alostar, Jostan, and Ipoh. I think that's all from me. How we this paper is how to do the to assess the quality of service in terms of 4 attributes: on-time performance, passenger load, service hour, and service frequency. This is some of the references. I think that's all from me. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum.